Yes, we are live. Hello, good morning, Griffin. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for everybody showing up. Roger, what's up, man? Yes, I agree with that statement 110% that you just made. I'm going to go into a little bit of detail about it. I'm going to go over a few things because there's a lot of talk on these YouTube channels. I've been watching and I've been listening to some people. I don't want I'm not the type of person to really criticize other YouTubers for their content, but there's a lot of misinformation going around. So I'm just going to give you the facts straight up, straight from the horse's mouth. Tell you what's going on. I just got back from Pattaya. I'm going to tell you what's going on down there and what it looks like. And then we're going to talk about what the rest of this month is going to look like. And I will give you some, not predictions, but I will give you some, based on my experience here in Thailand, options of thinking what they might do. Devin, honestly, seems like it'll be canceling my trip in December, sadly. At this point, Devin, it is what it is. I don't know. I still think you'll be able to get here by December, but what's going on right now, I want to be clear about this. What's going on right now could have a huge impact for tourism in Thailand forever, because this is the third time. This is the you could call it the third wave. I'll go as far as to say that. And this one was uncalled for. There was no reason for this. This was brought on by some negligent club owners who have been criminally charged now. I'll read that story to you in a minute. These are facts I'm talking about. Hey, Autumn, good to see you live. Good to see you. Thank you guys for dropping by. I'll read you the criminal charges against them for violating the emergency decree. Also, the V rollout here the magic shot rollout here in Thailand. Not saying it's Thailand's fault. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying it's been a little slow. And hey, Michael, good to see you, bud. Thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it. It's been a little slow, and it's been a little difficult for foreigners to gain access to right now, which, I understand that. I understand. This is not, I'm going to be very clear, this is not a video criticizing Thailand or the Thai government or any health departments of Thailand. Not criticizing them, not saying anything bad about them, but I'm going to tell you what the people that talk about and that keep up with Thai information on a regular basis. I'm going to give you the facts on that, and then I'm going to tell you what it's like to actually be here through all of this, because I think today is April the 12th. So tomorrow I will be here 3 years, and there's some very important, very important information that I want to pass along to you guys. So let me start with this. Hey, Brian, I fell off your account. Uh-oh, that's not good. Mexico for the summer. Yeah, that's what you're doing, Autumn, right there. Thinking of going to Mexico instead of Thailand. That's what I'm scared of. That's what I'm not me personally scared of, but I'm scared for Thailand. I'm scared for Thailand because pushing back dates. There's even talking. We heard Benjamin Hart from Integrity Legal yesterday come out with a video that said there are rumors at this point, just rumors, of Thailand possibly considering not shortening the length of queue. So when you come into ASQ, it could be the old 14 days or 10 days. So the 7 day would go away. And despite what people say about things not being published in the Royal Gazette yet, or something like that. I'm not aware that the 7-day queue is published in the Royal Gazette, but I know that there are people in 7-day queues right now in Thailand. Nothing is official until it's published in the Royal Gazette. Nothing is in law until it's published in the Royal Gazette. That's just the way it works here. However, I will tell you that there are people in the 7-day queue right now. So I don't know what else to say about that. Robert says, yes, PayPal link if you would like to contribute to the Channel Equipment Travel Fund. Always, guys, I will pin your comment to the top so everybody can see it. Any contributions go a long way to allow me to give you this information. Hey, Stock Market 101. Mike says, I'm looking into Ecuador now. A lot of people are looking to other places. It's going to hurt Thailand's tourism. It just is. That's a fact. Thailand's tourism industry is hurting now. That's a fact. That's not my opinion. Devin says, I don't know, maybe I'm just feeling dejected. If I have to cancel another trip, I think I may just put exactly indefinitely, possibly travel to some countries that are more open right now. And everybody's thinking that, man. Everybody's thinking that. I'm getting comments, messages left and right. This could have permanent, some type of permanent impact on the overall tourism sector in Thailand. Could, not saying it will, but it could because of this. And now I'm not looking at Thailand anymore. I'm looking at Mexico. I'm looking at Vietnam. I'm looking at Taiwan. I'm looking at these other places. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Michael's looking into Ecuador. Exactly. What's up, Mango Sticky Rice? Good to see you. Boss says 7-10-14. I'm still coming to Thailand. There you go, brother. Devin says Mexico, Brazil is where I'm looking. If we don't get some good news from Thailand, it's a little ridiculous that they are even debating queue for those with the magic shot, in my opinion. I can't speak on that because I live here, and try to use the letter Q in your next comment, Devin. We try to keep it as politically correct as possible for YouTube. We don't want to go against any of their community guidelines, that kind of thing. So certain words we don't say, but don't take any offense to your message being removed. No problem. Yeah, no problem, man. No problem at all. That's an interesting point, Victor. They're stuck. Hey, Stuck. Good to see you, man. Thanks for dropping by. I'm glad you're here. That's all right, Devin. You can rant in here. It's okay, guys. It's okay. Feel free to hit the thumbs up button if you'd like. All right, so let me give you this. There was some talk about the Thai government giving people the option to, hey, Robert, good to see you, bud. Living off grid, does it bother you living without the First Amendment? Well, to an extent, yes. But I don't want to get political into it, but if I was to move to America, if I was to move back to America right now, I'm a white man. I don't have much of a First Amendment anyway. So it's kind of a wash. All right, Thai government. Let's get into the facts here and get into the nitty gritty. The Thai government has no plan, despite rising cases, to allow people to self-queue or isolate at home. This was a rumor that was going around. I'm glad they dispelled this. Actually, the traditional massage parlors, like the professional massage parlors, are still open, believe it or not. What's closed right now are all the entertainment nightlife venues. 35 in chat, 9 likes. Good. Welcome, everyone. Glad to see everybody. Feel free to comment. Yeah, Devin, you get it? Devin gets it. All the bars are closed. There has not been, to my knowledge, at this time a alcohol ban. I would not be surprised. One thing you guys got to understand: Songkran is a very sacred holiday for Thais. Okay, it's the Thai New Year. It's the time. It's kind of like Thanksgiving or Christmas for Americans in the West, or anybody in the West who celebrates those two holidays, where families get together. They talk to each other about things that are going on. They catch up and all that stuff. It's likely when you're around your family. Hey, Don, good to see you, bud. Thanks for dropping in. Appreciate you being here, man. It's likely when you go around your family, you're going to be less likely to keep this on, and you're going to be less likely to put enough space between the two of you to keep it from going. Don C says it's a big deal. They're trying to manage it. They are trying to manage it. 100% trying to manage it. That's at the very beginning. I said this video is not a blame game video. It's not a criticize. I'm not trying to criticize in any way, form, or fashion the Thai government, the Ministry of Health, the health workers here, the CCSA, none of that. So I'm not criticizing any of them, because this third wave that has come through, no, the malls are not currently closed. I'm going to get into all that toward the end of this after I go through the facts. I'm going to get into that and what it means. The malls are not currently closed. The traditional massage shops are not currently closed. Some restaurants have closed. So it's not just bars. There are many restaurants that have closed down due to where they're located, basically. So there were 41 provinces, provincial mayors, that gave out travel restrictions and shutdown orders, basically. So if you wanted to enter the province, you had to have one of two things. You either had to go into queue in that province for 14 days or 10 days, or you had to have a negative test. And in those areas, there also, if the grocery store is closed, then everything would be delivered. You would use the delivery service, 101. I believe that happened last time. I don't think the grocery stores actually closed. I just think that a lot of people got it by delivery. Stuck says, if your business depends on bar traffic, it doesn't make sense to be open. Exactly. And you're going to see some businesses now because this is the third entertainment venue closure, and this is going to go on for 14 days. There's always a possibility of that being extended. Always. So there are going to be businesses that are not going to make it. They're just not going to. I've been very optimistic. You guys that have been watching the channel for a long time, been very optimistic about the tourism industry being able to stay afloat, stay alive. But the businesses are not going to make it. That some of the businesses are just flat out not going to make it. That's a fact. That's not my opinion. And I say that because I talked to at least two people that said this time they were closing down and that they would not be reopening. And this was in Pattaya over the last week. Mark says, good morning, Jeremy, 141. Yeah, I heard about that in Wahan. Malls are still open, but bars are closed for 14 days. Same thing. I'm gonna get into the total numbers here in just a second. So you guys hang out. Yeah, 101. You got a good point there. Tourism apocalypse. It's kind of looking that way. I'm gonna get into reading all this information. Then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna catch you guys' comments. And I hope all of this is helpful. If it's helpful to you, feel free to hit the thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. Let me get through these last two. Spaceman says, are entertainment and bars closed throughout all of Thailand or just Bangkok, Pattaya? 41 provinces have closed down entertainment venues, including Chonburi and Bangkok. Devin says, why keep a mall open if you are worried about the spread? That's a legitimate question. I don't know. It just seems like none of the rules in any of the countries make much sense. I've seen that. It is. I can't comment. Yeah. So the UK variant has been reported here. Roger says he's afraid this is the biggie in Thailand, worried it's going to get really bad for Thailand. So am I. So am I. And I agree with your statement, Roger. I really do. Because today saw almost 1,000 cases, new cases reported. I'll get to that shortly. Almost 1,000 cases today. Billy says it's already happening. My moderators, please be sure as I'm reading here to stay on top of the comments and make sure people know they can't use certain words. Billy, you got a point. That's Peter says, is it up to each province to make their own decision? As of right now, the answer is yes. As of right now, the Thai government hasn't placed any like national restrictions on things that I know of. As I read, we may find something, but I don't. To the best of my knowledge, right now, the national government or the government has not placed national restrictions. So it's been up to each provincial mayor to make that decision. Yes, the Thai bot is weakening. Stuck says for some reason it's harder to get the people in the bars to follow the rules. Yeah, that's 100% right. For those of you that don't know, this all started in a cluster in Bangkok entertainment venues, and I'll get into the criminally charged people, but people have to take, and expats as well. You got to take responsibility for what's happening. Everything was getting so much better over here. It was looking up. We were looking good. Tourism was starting to thrive again. Pattaya was packed. I mean, it was like everything was growing. Everything was getting better. And all of a sudden, here it comes, and everything just slows to a halt. Lloyd, thank you very much for the $10 PayPal. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Did it get? Yep. There's an email. Let me confirm Lloyd's. Not Lloyd. Lau. Sorry. Lau. $10. He says. There's his. I won't give his last name there, but there's his $10 PayPal, and he says, Lyle here, Jim Pell challenge. I'll match every 10 up to $50. I'm just happy to see my DoMoreLife family this weekend. So am I, Lyle. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. So he'll match every $10 contribution up to $50. I really appreciate that, man. I really, really, really appreciate that. That'd go a long way to help out the channel because I'm going to have to find somewhere else to go rather than Phuket and Samui the last week of this month. I've already done the cancellation there. So Mervin says, seems like a lot of things are going to change now in Thailand. I agree with that. Aaron, been a long time since I've seen you, man. It's already bad for Thailand and the entire region. That's true. Spaceman, do you think in the future expats living in Thailand will be required to get? Oh yeah, absolutely. I believe that. I do. He says go to Rayong. Well, Rayong's under the same conditions that most the rest of the Rayong is included in those 41 provinces with travel restrictions, and I've lost nothing in Rayong. I have no reason to go back to Rayong. I lived there for 18 months. I don't want to go back. Stuck in Florida says the Thai people will take the shot when available and get it under control faster than some countries, in my humble opinion. I agree with that statement. I think there was a supply problem. All right, there comes Lyle, here comes a match for you. Roger just put in 20, which I greatly appreciate. There is Rogers. Ooh, hope that didn't hurt the live stream. There is Rogers for $20. So there's two for you to match, Lyle. That's great, guys. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. So let's go through. This. So let me go back into the okay. The Department of Disease. Hang on. This is the government having no plans to allow people to self-queue or isolate at home. There were some rumors about this. The Department of Disease Control in Thailand confirmed yesterday, April 12th, 2021, that they have no plans currently, despite the rising cases in Thailand, to change a current policy that requires anyone who tests positive, even if they are asymptomatic, to require hospital care. So they don't require you to go to the hospital. I think that's what they're saying, to change the current policy that requires anyone who tests positive, even if they're asymptomatic, to require hospital care. Yeah. Okay. So one of the doctors, I can't pronounce his name, Director General of the Disease Control Department, made the confirmation yesterday to the Thai press. The doctor stated that there is no current policy or plans to implement one to allow people to queue or self-isolate at their homes if positive. The doctor added that although there were reports of many hospitals that were full in terms of beds due to the policy, the Thai government was implementing field hospitals in many jurisdictions and would also be implementing what they call a hospital. Their spelling. It's a plan in which people who were asymptomatic or very mild symptoms could queue at hotels set aside for the explicit purpose of the queue. Many of these hotels were current or former ASQ hotels that serve people returning to Thailand from overseas. The doctor also defended Thailand's policy, stating that it allowed them to better control the potential spread to friends and family members and provide proper assistance and health care to those who need it. The doctor also added that currently all Thais and migrant workers could get a free test for the virus, and a 3 billion baht budget has been set aside for this purpose. Foreign nationals would need to pay unless they had specifically been identified as a person of interest from a contact or timeline tracing. And Thailand reported almost 1,000 new cases of it yesterday, April the 11th, most linked originally to a cluster that originated from nightclubs in the Bangkok area. Let me tell you how this stuff, let me catch the comments real quick and then I'll tell you how this stuff started. Stuck says, what is the challenge? I had a phone call. Lyle said he would match $10. He gave $10 on PayPal, and he said he would match every $10 up to $50 on the PayPal. Roger said matching any $10 up to $50 from Lyle. Awesome, man. That's great. Thank you, Roger. Stuck says, I got to go. Hopefully be back soon. Okay, bud. Lyle says, Stuck, I sent 10 USD up to 50. I'll match it. Cool. Mango Sticky Rice says, I miss the days when you would sneeze and people would politely say, bless you. Now they say, yeah. I hear you. So let me tell you, hey, Jim, there he is. Good to see you, Mr. Pell, sir. Good to see you. All right, I walked into this wonderful wards. I just heard the call challenge. There is a challenge out. Lyle's got a challenge that for every $10, he will match it up to 50. So we'll see what happens there. Uh-oh, my phone froze up. Okay. In terms of, let me read you about the criminal charges of the people in or criminal court. I should say issued a warrant. This is where this last cluster off started. It says Bangkok Criminal Court issues arrest warrant, sentences 2-month imprisonment against 2 club managers in Tanglore areas, mainly for violating the emergency decree. Moving forward, it says the Bangkok criminal today, April the 11th, issued an arrest warrant and sentenced 2-month imprisonment, although the punishment may be suspended against 2 managers of Tanglore entertainment venues for allegedly violating the emergency decree and Entertainment Place Act, resulting in the rapidly rising number of domestic infections nationwide in the past several weeks. Police Major General, I can't say his name, Deputy Metropolitan Police Bureau Commissioner told reporters this morning that I'm not going to say their names. These are 2 people's who were bar managers from the Crystal Club and the Emerald Pub in the Tanglore areas were wanted by the Thai Criminal Court for legal proceedings and offense of the emergency decree and the Entertainment Place Act. According to the charges, they are facing 2 months in prison with a suspension of punishment. Moreover, the court also ordered the establishment of a committee to propose the closure of the entertainment venues. The bars may be ordered closed for up to 5 years if they were proven to be violating the order of the National Council for Peace and Order of the prohibition of large gatherings in entertainment spots. And that would fall under the emergency decree, of course. So that's where your original cluster kind of came from. Here's a let's see. Everybody's saying hello. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Lyle says, Jim Pell, I sent a Jim Pell challenge. This is some reader talk back. I want to read you. This is all from TPN National. It says recap: Thailand discovers 964 domestic infections among 967 new cases in the past 24 hours. That is a big number for Thailand. Big number. Daily cases in the past 24 hours. The CCSA reported this morning, and that was April the 11th. The first group of 237 local infections were discovered in Bangkok. As of this morning, 161 of them were reportedly connected to entertainment venues. 2 were from community markets, and 64 of them were connected to other risky places. By the way, there were 65 new cases reported today in Chonburi. So if you're in the Pattaya area, be careful. The 9 remaining infections were under investigation. The second group includes 113 cases that were reported in Bangkok's vicinity, 45 of them reportedly connected to entertainment venues, 1 from community markets, and 59 of them were connected to other risky places. The 8 remaining infections were under disease investigation by the health authorities. The last group includes the majority of 528 domestic infections that were found in other provinces. 311 of them were connected to entertainment venues, 28 from community markets, and 134 of them were connected to other risky places. The 145 remaining infections were currently under investigation. Meanwhile, Chonburi announced 149 new confirmed cases this morning. That was yesterday here, marking the highest number of infections reported from the entertainment venues cluster in Bangkok in the past several weeks. As of today, 53 people fully recovered in the past 24 hours and have been released from field hospitals and quarantine. I didn't mean to say the whole word. Centers. Thailand has now reached a total of 32,625 cases with 28,214 recoveries and a total of 97 people who are no longer with us. One more fact I want to get to here. What's up, Red92? Let's see. I'm reading through the comments. Just want to make sure you guys are talking to yourself and not for me. Okay. I wanted to go to the Pattaya news. All right, I went through that. So yesterday, Pattaya flooded. In case you guys don't know, which is not good. It does that a lot, by the way. Now there is. These are the top local stories in Pattaya from the last week. Okay, so this will kind of catch you up on everything that happened and that is happening. Hey, Eric, good to see you, bud. The top local stories in Pattaya from last week: bars close again, Columbia Pictures water park coming, Songkran checkpoints, and more. There are 1,200 checkpoints currently that have been deployed throughout the country for Songkran. And if I can find, before I read this, let me find the article that talks about the people that died yesterday on the first day of Songkran, because it was a mess. Just traveling in Songkran. Here it is. Listen to this. This is just the dangers of traveling in Thailand when you get a whole bunch of people on the road and people are trying to get to their destination in a hurry. Thailand's Department of Disaster Prevention and Mitigation today, April the 11th, reported 25 deaths on the first day of 7 dangerous days, that's in quotes, of the Songkran holiday period. The director this morning held a press conference to report road accidents during the Songkran Festival 2021 under the road campaign Happy Songkran, Safe Driving, Stay Safe from it, with its first record on April the 10th. A total of 348 accidents, 25 deaths, and 350 injuries were recorded solely on Saturday, according to the report. The most common cause of road accidents were speeding, accountable for 31% of the accidents, followed by drunk driving with 22%. The majority, 82%, almost 83%, of accidents significantly involved motorcycles. That's why I took taxis. Most of the accidents occurred on straight routes, accountable for a little over 63% of total accidents. About 40% of them were on highways, and about 33% were in community villages. The most frequent times of accidents occur between 16:01 and 20 hours. So, was that between 4 and 8? Accounted for about 30%. And it goes on to give the provinces with the highest numbers. I don't think you guys are really interested in that, but that when people travel here in Thailand, the roads become a more dangerous place, and you have to be really, really, really careful. So I'm going to give you this feedback here. If any of you guys are matching the PayPal stuff, I haven't seen it come through yet. I'll get back to it in just a second. Mary, hey Mary. Yeah. Tourism apocalypse, pretty much. The top local stories in Pattaya from last week. We'll talk about those. Let's see. The following is our weekly feature in which we highlight the top local stories from around our area, Pattaya, Chonburi, for the past week. The number of stories is different from week to week. So, number 1, closure of entertainment venues in Pattaya begins for 2 weeks. The biggest story of the week is a rising number of cases, with hundreds found in Chonburi province, where Pattaya is based, has seen a national order for 41 provinces to close entertainment venues for at least 2 weeks. It may end up being longer. This is a word from the Pattaya News. Remember, I told you it could be stretched out there a little bit. 41 provinces to close entertainment venues for at least 2 weeks. It may end up being longer, but for now, for the third time in a year, the hundreds of bars and clubs in the city have gone quiet. Number 2, Kite on the Beach will run this entire week in Pattaya. So that's an event that's going on. They were setting up for it yesterday when we left. The Rotary Club has something going on. Chonburi and Pattaya police get ready for Songkran this week. Checkpoints will be everywhere. They were yesterday when we left. Get ready for a muted Songkran. Despite entertainment venues shut and and parties, water fights, and other events banned for the water festival this year. Songkran is also a water festival for those of you that didn't know. There are many fears about people drinking a bit too much. Therefore, police will be all over the area checking for drunk drivers as well as screening for disease. John T. and Beach is going to get a renovation. Pattaya plans to build a small extreme sports stadium at Bali High Pier. That would be interesting. And those were the facts as they have been presented thus far. So we'll go to comments and questions now. And hopefully you guys got some info out of that. Let's see here. Jim Pell said, Robert took me up on Facebook. I need to talk. Oh, look me up on Facebook. I need to talk to you. That's good. Okay, I don't have any emails, so if we had any more PayPals come in, let me check real quick. Sometimes my email gets delayed. I didn't know if you guys were matching or not. We'll see. Okay, so no, we haven't got anything since Roger's 20, and that was after Lyle's 10, which I'm very, very much appreciative of. Very much appreciative of. Make sure I didn't miss anything in the news, and we're good to go. Let's see. Red92 says, you may be closer to the truth than you realize, Mary. They don't want the masses flying. And we don't really do conspiracies on here at Red. Not saying that is a conspiracy, but just try not to do that. Marenko G, same like Europe right now. You will be able to enter a club just with the magic shot confirmation. I don't know. It's gonna take a lot. There's a lot of issues surrounding those kind of passports and those kind of identifications right now. I don't know if it's going to go over very well. Mary says stock market dummies 101 said it, but yes, it really is. Fair enough point. Jim says go over the challenge again, please. Sure. Lyle said for every 10, he put in $10, and for every $10 up to $50, he would match that up to $50. So basically, we just need to get $50, and then Lyle's going to match the 50. That'll give us 100 for the day, and that'll be very good for us because it looks like this is going to be more of an equipment month, and which is fine than it is going to be traveling because I've already had to cancel my Phuket trip and my Samui trip, just so you guys know. I'm going to find places around Bangkok to record content. I've got some content from Pattaya. I was able to complete the photo shoot on Saturday with the Filipina. You guys, and especially you channel members, are going to be very pleased with the content that I got. That's really all I can say about that. I'm going to do kind of a not a teaser video, but I'm going to do a short video that I'll put out on YouTube, and it will end promptly. And if you want to see the remainder of that video, you'll have to be a channel member. Channel members are the easiest way to support the channel. $2.99 a month, and you get a lot of content. I'm building a library of content for that. Let's see. Devin says, "Why do conspiracies when the truth is scary enough?" That's so true, Devin. That's so true. Don C says restaurants are open, traditional stores are open, Patia is open somewhat. That's true. What about the V word, JC? Yeah, we're trying not to use the V word, but I don't think Marinko knew that just yet. So I'll remove his cut, and I'm glad you reminded me of that, Jim. We just use the V, Marinko. Please don't be offended by your comment being removed because I don't care what you say or do, but YouTube does. So we have to follow their rules. And I'm glad Jim brought that up. My experience here in Thailand has taught me that. Let me give you an example. The emergency decree was originally supposed to be for when it came out. It was either a month or 3 months. I can't remember. And it has been reinstated for a full year. It's been reinstated. The travel restrictions were eased finally, as in terms of like tourists coming to Thailand. The travel restrictions were eased up somewhat, and people were starting to come back. And then this happened. Okay, so my conclusion, being a resident here or being a person that lives and works in Thailand for the last 3 years, is that you're going to see this is the part that is not facts. Okay, this is the part that is my observation. I want to be clear about that. You're going to see a lot of traveling for Songkran, which we've already seen. And people are going to let their guard down a little bit because they're all around their family. Chuck, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. They're going to talk to each other and probably be around each other in confined vicinities. And if there is any of the bad stuff among them, it will likely spread. That goes for foreigners too. They have plenty of foreigners here have Thai families or have Thai friends or relatives, or you just get a bunch of expats hanging out together that drop the ball on safety. Yes, I am well, Chuck. I certainly hope you are, brother. I know you got. I keep up with you on Facebook, so it's good to see you drop in the chat for sure. But what I foresee, what I personally foresee, is all that's going to take place during Songkran, and then you're going to get a lot more of what we've already seen. I think you're going to get a lot more. We'll just say cases, and that should be okay. Do you feel that Thailand will recover? I feel that Thailand will recover if it allows itself to. Right now, Thailand, it's important for everyone to have access to the magic shots. And I believe, I'm not saying that Thailand is not rolling them out fast enough. I'm saying there could be supply problems on the other end. There could be issues that I have no idea about. I don't know why. But what's up, Asian Unscripted? Good to see you, bro. Asian Unscripted has a good Vietnam channel, by the way, guys. And he's also used to live in the Philippines too, like me. So he's got some good stuff over there as well. It'll recover, but in order for it to, I've been saying this from like a long time ago. In order for it to recover, they're going to have to just about everybody's going to have to get the magic shots, and they're going to have to be inoculated. That's what it's going to take for Thailand to recover. Just so you guys know, I'm going to be closing this live stream down in about 5 minutes. We're going to go for about 50 minutes. So That's just for the people that were in the PayPal challenge there. Just to let you guys know, because I have a busy day today, very busy. Hey, Robert Mack, good morning. Eric says it's easy to get magic shots here. If you really think about HIPAA, you can get one sooner than you think. That makes sense. Mary says, I was wondering if expats are concerned about the U.S. and China thing. Just got a news alert. U.S. and Chinese carrier groups, mass South China Sea. There's no tellings. There's no tellings. There's no tellings. I'm not going to get into politics and into American politics on here because it's almost laughable right now. I'm kind of ashamed to call myself an American. Devin says, I don't know. I kind of feel like I may not go back to Thailand if I have to cancel my trip. I could see a lot of other people doing the same, and that is the overarching. What I'm trying to say, Devin, is that a lot of this back and forth, the back and forth, the lowering of. Oh, you get your second one tomorrow, Robert. Good for you, man. Yes, Eric, I agree with that statement 100%. Ken says, thanks for your info. It's always great to see your vids. Stay safe. Thanks, Ken. You do the same, bud. Lee says, as first time Thailand, which hotel would use it? Depends on where you want to go in Thailand, man. Depends on where you want to go. Depends on what you want to do. Do you want to be out in the village, or do you want to be in the city, or any of that stuff? Roger says, not Thailand's fault, Lyle. They're just trying to get through it. Yeah, I agree with that. It's not Thailand's fault. They did a great job. And they have been doing a great job. We got to see the bees, the magic shots. Got to see the magic shots rolled out to more people as fast as possible. And again, it may not be Thailand's fault. It may not have anything to do with Thailand. It may be a supply issue, maybe financial issues from the supplier. I have no idea. I just know that the only way, and I've said this from the beginning, the only way Thailand's tourism sector is ever going to recover is when you can come in here back to Thailand without a queue, like normal. When you come in here you get a negative test, and you are a tourist, or you are on whatever visa you're on, and you can go and do as you please. That's the only way the tourism will ever get back to normal here in Thailand, in my opinion. That is my opinion. That is not a fact. That is my opinion. Eric says more people should have watched Andy Griffin when they were young and not play video games. I know, right? Asia Unscripted says it is crazy all over Southeast Asia at the moment. Cambodia and the Philippines have big problems with the C2. Yeah, I've been reading about. I just read yesterday about Cambodia's issue, and that kind of amazed me. And then the Philippines. The Philippines has been another country that's been back and forth on relaxation policies. Lyle says, in the words of Jim Pell, make me pay. So there's a challenge out there, guys. We already have Roger put in 20, and we're looking for 30 more dollars in PayPal, and then Lyle's going to match that 50 with another 50, and we're going to have an outstanding $100 day here, full of information. And throughout this week and stuff, I'm gonna keep you guys updated, probably with YouTube Shorts. I'll do some live streams. For channel members, there will probably be a live stream for you guys this coming weekend, where we get into the nuts and bolts and the nitty gritty of what's going on, and also I can tell you a little bit more about what I've been up to this last week. So that's something for you guys to consider. Let's see here. Asian Script said, I read that. Mango Sticky Rash says, don't be a. I hear you. Robert Mack says, Asian Script, my wife is from Vietnam. She has a place in District 4. Interesting. Asian Script says, I'm a little worried about Vietnam. Lots of illegal border crossers coming from China and Cambodia. They may bring it back over. Always. Same thing from Burma, Myanmar. That's the issue right now too, obviously. Love you, dude. That's a PayPal right there. That's 20 more. 20 more. So now we're just looking for 10. And Law will have to pay up, as they say. Ross, what's up, man? Here's the email. I'll read your comment in just a second, Ross. Here's the stuck contribution, which I greatly appreciate. Thank you very much, sir. So just waiting on 10 more, and so Lyle can match it. Stuck says, pay up, Lyle. I love it. I appreciate you guys very much, very much. Ross says, hi, JC. Totally sucks to have time and money. Yeah. Totally sucks to have time and money. I would disagree. I would think to have time and money would be a good thing. Jim Pell says, JC, did you do something different with your PayPal? Because I cannot pay unless I have a PayPal account. Used to be you can just pay with the debit card, not using PayPal. Something's been changed. PayPal may have changed something. I didn't pay anything, Jim. The pinned comment at the top of the page is my PayPal link, so you should be able to pay just clicking that if you want to. Just by clicking that link. Oh, we have a new member. Who do we have? Daniel Grimm. Welcome to the family. I appreciate that very, very much. Welcome to being a channel member. Appreciate that, guy. Very, very, very much. And enjoy the member content back there. There's the $10, Lyle. So you are all the way in. I'll cover up his name and then I'll read you the note. This is from oops, I think I showed his name in the bottom there. Anyway, he had $10 right there. $10. This is gonna be from Eric in Virginia, and he says, okay, let's get her done. I love you guys, man. You do this and make it fun. That's amazing. So Daniel, welcome. And feel free to go to the community tab and check out all the membership content. Let me see here. Lee says, do you feel 2-week nightclub closure will make a difference? It'll make a difference, but I think that Songkran's let me rephrase that. Songkran could kind of mute that difference because there's going to be a lot of people traveling, a lot of people interacting with each other, and I don't know. Maybe the reason that they didn't do a national thing. Somebody else just sent $10 and said, "Pay up, brother." Lyle, you're on the chopping block, man. I'll show you. And there's Lyle. He just paid up too. Yeah, so I'll cover that up, and you can see the $10 there, and it says "Pay up, brother," and he did. Lyle, thank you very much for putting out the challenge today. I really appreciate that, bro. There is Lyle's 50. We have had a successful live chat, and I really, really, really appreciate that. But don't worry, I'm not going to leave you guys hanging. I'm going to finish the comments here. Ross says, an opportunity, but country is limited in travel. Yes, it is. I mean, sitting here with enough money to travel, not travel and stay in super high class stuff, but I lost 3,500 baht on my flight back and forth from Surat Thani to go to Phuket and Koh Samui because they don't have what am I trying to say? Vietjet doesn't offer refunds, so I didn't get a refund for any of that, and all that's gone. It is what it is, unless Songkran comes through and the cases don't rise. Because for all I know, Thailand may have really have some kind of backup plan for the way things are working, and they may have a contact tracing app or something that I don't know about, and they're prepared for the outburst that could come with after Songkran. I'm really concerned that after Songkran, people are returning with all the people traveling and all the people returning. It's going to be a whole new situation, right? And it's going to be bad. That's my biggest fear. Yeah. So when it's limited and what you can do and the thing, I have no problem traveling to Phuket and Samui and just hanging out on the beaches. No problem at all. I think that would be fantastic, to be honest with you. I just don't think it would be. You won't get the full experience, you know. And I'm also the reason I went ahead and canceled those things was because the fear of what may happen after Songkran. So after Songkran, the cases may go through the roof, and there may be a national lockdown again. We don't know. I don't know, but that was enough money. We're talking about all in all together, the hotel bookings that I had, the taxis that I had booked. I had everything booked to take me round trip everywhere. All that stuff was about $600. That's just for the Phuket and the Samui trips. So the taxis to take me to and from the airport, the taxi to take me from Phuket to Samui, or to the ferry to Samui, and then the ferry, and then a tour on Samui. I had one of those booked. Was just a little bit over $600, and I was able to get about let's see, 40 and 3. I was able to get about 350 of that back. So lost. No, I'm sorry, 300 of that back. So lost a little bit, but it is what it is. You know, if worst comes to worst, I can. The flight's still booked. So if worst comes to worst and everything's looking peachy after Songkran, then who knows? Maybe I'll still get on the flight and then go down there. The flight, they're not going to refund my flight ticket. I didn't cancel the flight, so who knows? Maybe I still get to go down there, but I doubt it after Songkran. It was too risky to. It was more risky to not get the refund while I could for the hotels, and I could get a refund for obviously the taxes and stuff, but I did get the hotel's money back. So, and I can always do something different. By the way, guys, I discovered something. I've never been a huge fan of Agoda. I've always been a fan of Hotels.com. For those of you that know me, I use Hotels.com all the time. Go with Agoda. I'm going to promote Agoda right now because I booked with Agoda. Not only were their prices about $10 cheaper on the same hotels, but their refund, when I asked for a cancellation refund, was almost instant. It was like 30 minutes, and the money was back in my bank. With Hotels.com, it took about 48 hours. So no more Hotels.com for me. It'll be Agoda from this point forward. And that's something I wasn't expecting. Let's see here. Robert Mack says Agent Unscripted, the military and cops are trying to catch them. It's difficult. Robert Mack, Agent, yeah, the border is too long. True Pep, Lyle Stuck says I'm way behind. Devin says have to head out. Thanks for reading my complaints. Keep safe, no problem, man. Jim says had had to something to send, but I cannot send it without my PayPal account, and my PayPal is shut down. Interesting. I don't know if you can send it Cash App, but I have Cash App too. Robert Mack said we got the goal and everything, so it's all good. Robert Mack says Asian Unscripted. I eat at McDonald's sometimes. The only problem is I'm stuck in California. I just got a passport booked with visa for Vietnam last week. Good for you, Robert. Ross says I, like you, was hoping to get around during Songkran. Yeah. Damn speed check. Yeah. Jim says nope. I tried. I don't know what's going on there, Jim. We'll talk about it. Roger says, yeah, Daniel, Asian script Robert Mack. You can't get over here. Jim says, okay, I will catch you next time. No problem, Jim. No problem. I wanted to be the one to make Lyle pay. Hello. It's all good, Jim. All good. Love you, man. Appreciate you. Ross says, no more chatting on my iPad. It seems to have a mind of its own. Uh-oh. That's not good. Robert Mack says, Asian Unscripted, there's a spot from Cambodia to Vietnam. People used to go to the casino in Cambodia. Interesting. Yes, welcome, Daniel. Welcome from another channel member, which is Eric. And he's saying welcome to Daniel. And welcome, Daniel. I'm glad you have become a part of the channel member session. Ross says the bars are closed, going to be even more drunks on the streets. Good point, Ross. Good point, because there's no alcohol ban yet, to the best of my knowledge. Very good point. Robert says, Asia Unscripted, I don't want to. 14 days, I bring a lot of stuff for family. Gotcha, buddy. Don C. says, so you have more ways to pay instead of PayPal. What percentage do they take? I don't know what percentage the Cash App takes. I'm not sure. PayPal is 3%, which is the cheapest of them all. Super Chats are 30%. YouTube takes 30% of Super Chats. That's a message, guys. Don't worry about that. Michael in Oregon says sent 10. That was the Michael that was on there. Thank you, Michael, very much. Appreciate it. Thank you for the 10. Very much appreciated. Asia Unscripted says, Robert Megan Asia, I don't blame you. 14 days was boring. I can imagine. Jim says, way to go, Lyle. Good job, buddy. Yes, Lyle, you are that $50 coming in with the big 50 in there is a huge deal. And I appreciate it very, 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 very much. As it does help recoup some of the unfortunate losses on the travel that we had planned up. Man, I had everything just down to a T. I was so proud of myself for booking everything and getting everything right. I did have some help. Mike from the channel Live My Ass Off really helped me out with the getting to Phuket and booking. I appreciated his help very much. And but yeah, it was all done. It was cool. Ross says 7-Eleven and family mini markets will be very busy. Only closing bars but not sale of alcohol does not curb the issue they're wanting to solve. That is a legitimate point, Ross. I could go into detail, but you and I both know I live here, and that's probably not a very good idea. 18 up, 2 down, he says. Well, at least we got some trolls. That's good for the 2 down. Anybody that feels like hitting the thumbs up button would be great. While says stuck, there you go. Robert Mack, stuck in Florida. Hello, Jim says hey everyone, just to remember one more thing to go pick your favorite video and share with your friends and family on social media. He's talking about your DoMoreLife video. So your favorite DoMoreLife video, go share it. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it, and it would certainly help the channel grow. Roger says thumbs up, none nuts. I love it. Asia Unscripted, Agoda is good for Asia. That's awesome. Solo Road, I've always been an Agoda kind of guy. I have never been, but I will be from now on, for sure. Spell it, please. Not sure what you mean there, Eric. Ross says, I've been telling you to use Agoda since I met you. Yes, you have. But you also know I'm very hard-headed, and it takes me a while to learn. Did you receive my PayPal? Yes, Michael, I did. I didn't want to show your full name on the PayPal, but I did show it on the I did show the $10. So thank you very, very much for the $10. I appreciate it. And Lyle, thank you for throwing out the challenge. I really appreciate that. And I definitely appreciate the $50. That's awesome. Peter says Agoda is the best. I'm starting to agree with you. I go to Agoda, Roger McGee says. Bangkok Warrior should cancel until next year. Too much risk for new outbreak. You know, that's what I was thinking. That's what I thought they would do, but for whatever reason, they didn't. You got a good point. I can't read your comment out loud, but most of it I can't read out loud. But you know, you're. I understand. Jim has a website also helping helpingothersrightnow.com. Please come and sign up on my site. Promote the Cash App. Love Cash App. I have to. That goes by my phone number, Jim. So I have to give you my phone number on that. That's Jim's website. He helps a lot of people. I mean, he really helps a lot of people. So you guys go check out his website when you get a chance. Lyle says, so where are you? Back home? Yeah, I'm back home safely, thankfully. Nothing on Cash App, no fees. Wow, I didn't know that. That's awesome. Eric says, JC, how many days was your Krabi trip? I was going to be in Krabi 3 nights and 4 days, and I was going to be in Phuket for 2 nights and 3 days. And was a Krabi trip in peak season? No, we're in the rainy season right now, so definitely not peak season. Roger McGee says, use Q, please, warrior. Yes, thank you, Roger. Jim says, and it is quick and easy. What's your cash tag if you sign up to Cash App? Use code that will give you $10 back. I didn't know that. Not you, JC, talking about everyone else use that code. Oh, okay. I don't even know if I have a code. I just created the thing the other day. Do I need to put a code out there, or do I need to put, like, what do I need to do? It has a routing number. You can also send Bitcoin, deposits, transfers. Not sure. I'm not sure what to put on there. Lyle, you're still here. Good. I just want to make sure you heard me tell you thank you at least 10 times for the $50 contribution. I greatly appreciate that. I don't know that I have a code, Jim. 22 up, 2 down. That's good. Nothing wrong with that. Do I have a code? I don't know if I have a code. Best thing for everybody. Let's see. Oh, I can invite friends, get $15. That's pretty cool. All right, I have to go through that. Referral code, Jim? No, if you just created it, you had to create a cash tag. It will have a $. Mine is 965. Oh. So you need that one. That's called a cash tag. I got you. Okay, so here it goes. So we'll have it for future reference here. Bam. There it is. Cash tag. And that's for the Cash App. That's awesome. Hope it works overseas. Haven't tried it. Guys, I thank you so much for an incredible live stream today. Really appreciate the monetary contributions. Really, really, really appreciate that. With the monetary contributions that are coming in, I'm going to be looking more towards the audio equipment and that kind of stuff. That's what people need to pay you there. Okay, so the cash tag. All right, well, there it is. B7478. Automation says, thank you. I'm Automation. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being a channel member. I have some stuff for you channel members coming up. I have some photos from the photo shoot that I will release to you guys first. And then I'll do, I'm going to do a video on YouTube. Then I'll do the whole video for channel members only on that one. And also my 18 hours in Pattaya video will be the same way. I will record up until I'll put it on YouTube and record up until a certain point. And then if you want to see the rest of the video, which that is the video I want all the channel members to see. I really want everybody to see it, but it's one of those that I don't want to be taken out of context. So I'm going to put it up for just channel members, the entire video. So if you're not a channel member, that's another reason to become one. Other than that, I hope you guys got, let's see, Eric M. Jr. said, is there any aviation reference to your cash tag now? Of course, 747-8. Absolutely. 100%, Eric. Look at it now. See something that says 1. Accept. Please confirm you would like to receive this $10 payment. Has been deposited to your Cash App. It will be available shortly. Wow! Cool. So another $10 to the Cash App. That's awesome, Jim. Now, what do I do with it after it's in the Cash App? Can I transfer it to my bank account, or do I transfer it to somewhere else? Just out of curiosity. I don't know. I have to read more up on the Cash App. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it for you helping me understand that. But yes, in my cash tag name, Eric, of course, that is a direct aviation reference. It's the one that I knew I wouldn't forget. So because the 747-8 it was the last, is going to be the last of the 747. So or the 8i or whatever, or that's why I did that. Jim says, that's what I was trying to tell you. It's so easy. It's easier than PayPal. Well, next time we'll do a PayPal. Call me after the live stream. I'll show you what to do. Okay, sounds good. I'll do that. Guys, it's been an awesome experience talking to you today. I really hope you got some good information. I tried to give you all facts and then some of my my experience. I really don't want to say opinions, because opinions don't really mean anything. Thanks, Eric. Eric sent 10 just for trying it out. That's great. I have to wow, I have to get on this thing and see how it really works. And let's see, what does that say? Yep, for trying it out. Cool. So hit reply and hit the heart. I love it. Okay, so we're gonna try to work on the Cash App. That's awesome. Jim says B7478, Jeremy's Cash App. You can send him 24/7. That's fun. Eric says, fun to buy stocks with Cash App. Oh, that would be great. I'm thinking about looking into blockchain. Lyle says, you know what they say about opinions. Yep, that's right. 100%. That's why I try not to give opinions. I just give my experience, and or I guess it is kind of an opinion, but it's based solely on my experience here in Thailand, and Bitcoin too. Awesome. The change jar, Jim said. Awesome. Do you hear what that is? Sounds like when you get money, is the change falling in the change jar. That's true. It did say that. Um, I will I will keep you guys I will keep you guys posted for sure. Either through YouTube Shorts, and like I said, I got videos coming out. I got some good stuff for channel members. Channel members are probably going to get more this week than the actual YouTube channel itself. But we'll keep in touch, guys, and I'll make sure I keep you up to date on what's really going on. Eric says you can buy, I think he meant stocks for as little as $1. It's cool. I make enough every day to buy lunch. That's awesome. Jim says he buys stock on Cash App as well. Stocks, not sticks. Got you guys. That's cool, man. I'll try it out. I'll try it out and have fun with it. So anyway, got to get everything done today. Thank you guys so much for all the contributions, and I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Also, I'll be in touch as soon as possible. If anything changes, any major changes take place in Thailand, I will. I'll be on to. Gotcha, Jim. I'll be on to inform you guys. So, with that being said, love you guys, mean it. Love this family, love the people that come on here. Thank you for the new people that came on, and welcome our new channel member as well. So, I will see you guys as soon as possible. Yes, I needed it live probably as much as you did, brother. So, and thank you again for your large contribution. I really appreciate that, man. I like that. That was a really large contribution. I appreciate it. And getting you guys on board and behind me in that way is going to make the channel grow faster, and is going to be better for the long-term growth of the channel. No question about it. So thank you guys. Love you, mean it. And I will see all you guys on the next one. Whatever you do today, be sure you do more life. See ya.